Hello everybody, I'm back today to make another video, and in this video I want to start off by something I don't usually do, but I'm asking for anybody out there that sees this to please pray for me. A little bit about myself. Last June I had vessels in my eyes blow out, and ever since I've been in a battle trying not to go blind. So I asked for prayers for this and healing from the Lord. Anybody that is willing. And that being said, this is the fourth video of this channel, and about a month ago I put 3 videos out, and the next day, the attack I got, I woke up and a vessel in my right eye blew out the very next morning. So again, I'm sitting here trying to fight the blood inside my eye. Sorry, this is kind of emotional for me. But anyways, the point of today is I want to share another dream that I had received from the Lord, and this dream was about 13 years ago. I'm currently 42 years old, and I had this dream when I was 29. And originally I'm from Essex County, which is the very bottom of Ontario, Canada. And yeah, this is a very emotional dream to me. I've really never had a dream like this. I was put in the body of somebody else, actually a child who was drowning, and Jesus was there on top of the water to comfort him. So I want to share this dream. And in this dream, it started out right to a panic, right to a heart attack. Like in this dream, it started, I was underwater and I was flailing my arms and my legs, just in a panic. I was drowning, which was very strange to me because I was a very good swimmer as a child and still am. But yeah, I was underwater kicking and screaming while kicking and flailing my arms and legs, and I looked up and I could barely see the light of the sky, but it was dimmed out because I was about 10 feet under the water. And then it's like the Lord took me out of my body that I was kicking and screaming in and put me in 10 feet in front of myself, looking at myself. And it wasn't me, I was a child. And if I had to guess, I would say about in between 7 and 10 years old. Brown hair about 2 inches long, thinner complexion. I have more of a round face. This child had more of a thinner face. So the Lord showed me this child that I was in, kicking and screaming in the water. And then boom, back into the child, back to kicking and screaming. And like I said, I had looked up and it was very dull looking up at the sky. It was dimmed out from how deep I was under the water. And then all of a sudden, there was a light above me. I felt it get brighter. And I heard a voice say, "You're okay." So I looked up and Jesus was standing on top of the water above me. And instantly the panic of drowning and being scared, I could feel the pain in my lungs. It all just went away. I just sat there motionless, floating under the water, and I was staring up at Jesus, and he was staring down at me in the water, and he was beautiful. He had a white garment on. He had like a gold sash that went diagonally across his chest, down to his waist, and then across his waist as a belt. And we just kind of stood at each other there, and he had a smile on his face. And like I said, the pain I had before, seconds before in my chest, like my lungs were hurting from not breathing, and obviously I was in a panic, I was drowning, were gone. I was just motionless, just like my lungs weren't bothering. He took everything away, took all the pain and all the fear away. So we stared at each other for 4 or 5 seconds. And then I don't know why, but I ended up looking down. I don't remember if he told me to look down or I just looked down, but I looked down into the depths of the water below me. And I stared down for a couple seconds, and all of a sudden I could see like this beast, like some sort of serpent beast. And this thing was huge, like if you could picture a huge snake, the diameter of the body, this thing was, say, a foot to 15 inches in diameter. And it had like not a normal snake head. It had like a big round head on it. And I could see it moving up, swimming up right towards me from the depths of about 30 feet below. You know, as a snake would, slithering back and forth swimming through the water. And again, I went right back to like a heart attack, like panic, like I could hear my pulse and my heart and everything thumping in the water, thumping in the water. And this thing was coming up at me quick. It was huge. It had to be at least 30 feet long. And all of a sudden I could hear Jesus again above me. And he said, "Don't worry." He said, "Just kick it in the face." And I'm sitting there watching this thing up towards me, and that wasn't enough. I was still scared. But Jesus saying that to me, it gave me enough strength that when this thing got up to me, I lifted my left leg and I kicked my heel down right into the face of this thing. And this huge beast that you would think would tear you apart, my foot went into its head like it was a bowl full of jelly. Like it was nothing. It didn't hurt. It was so easy. I kicked it in the head, and all of a sudden this huge creature started spiraling back down into the depths, like a corkscrewing back down into the depths of the dark. And then that was it. I woke up from the dream. Oh, I forgot to start off that this was like a day nap. I fell asleep in my chair in my bedroom that day in the afternoon. But anyways, back to it. I woke up, and I mean, this was a powerful dream. I was sweating. You know, I don't know if anybody has dreams that they're so powerful that you wake up like wet and sweating. This was one of them. And right as I woke up, like 2 seconds later, my father walked in the room. And I don't like to say too much about, you know, my father, but I will say that the last 10 years I've had to come to the hard truths of that my father wasn't on our side. He was, I guess I would say, Illuminati Freemason. And one thing I can tell you about those kind of connections is they have connections. They can figure out a lot of things, and they know what's going on in the world more than you would want to even believe. But anyways, my dad came in the room, and I was like still like breathing heavy from the dream I had just woken up from. And I'm like, "Dad, I can't believe the dream I just had. It was crazy." And Jesus was right above me. I seen Jesus perfect. And my dad would always like, "Oh, it was just a dream." He would try to shrug it off and treat it was like it was nothing. But I told my father this dream, and okay, he didn't care. He acted like it was nothing, went away. But about 3, 4 days later, my dad came into my room, and he said to me, he said, "You were in a child's body." I don't know how he found this out through whatever stupid connections he had. But he said there was a child that just drowned and died for 40 minutes a few hours away in the States. He was dead for 40 minutes. He came back and he told the same story that you just told. You told me the other day that you had a dream of. And he said you were actually in the child's body. And he kind of laughed. My dad always, I don't know, he got off on things. I don't want to get into too much. I had a really rough life. Actually, a little bit about myself is might be hard to believe. I've been going through repressed memories for about 12 years now. I'm 42, and I started having repressed memories at the age of 30. That's how rough my life was, being raised by the other side. And that being said, you know, anybody out there that would like to pray for my family, because they are still my family. But yeah, I've been really wanting to get this dream out, and I was reluctant to share it because, you know, this was somebody's child. Oh, and yeah, this is very important too. Mike 444. I'm sure many of you know. I was pretty much blind back last July, August, and I'm here every day listening to others sharing their dreams and, you know, other people and making videos for the Lord, because that's what I have hope in right now as we wait. And Mike 444 had a woman on his channel, and I don't know who she was. I don't know if she has her own channel or what, but he had her video on, and she told this identical story of her son drowning, dying for 40 minutes. And she told the same story of what I just told you about Jesus being on the water and the serpent coming up and her son having to kick the serpent in the face. And in her story, she said that her son died for 40 minutes. He came back and he I don't know what it did to him, but he ended up only living another 3 years after that and then passed away. So, you know, it's been hard for me to even want to say this dream. I don't want to offend anybody or even cause emotional pain for anybody else. But at the same time, it was such a powerful thing, and having just being there with Jesus, like the way he comforted this child, took it all away. It was just such a strong dream. I had to share it. And sorry for the wavering in my voice. I'm not doing too well myself. It's a pretty emotional dream for me. It's very powerful. But I'm going to leave this at that, and I hope you guys like this. Somehow I hope it's encouraging. Like, you know, it just speaks of how good Jesus is and how good the Father is. And I mean, we are so close right now in these days. The birth pains are so close now. The volcanoes aren't even stopping going off right now. The flooding, the fires, the earthquakes, they're nonstop. Like, we could be in the last contraction before the birth right now. And it's so exciting. And yeah, I have so many other videos I've wanted to share, and I haven't for fear because, like I said, I guess I'll just say that some of God's most anointed children with gifts are more oppressed than you would ever even want to know. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I am going to try to continue to share more dreams. I have more. I have one that's even more powerful. It might have even been the start of the rapture. I'm not sure. It was a big earthquake dream, and I'm not going to go any more into that now. But for now, I'm just going to say God bless to everybody out there, and I pray for all yous out there to have strength. Even though there's so many wicked around there, you know, we need to continue to pray for them, that some of them might be found, and pray for the lost, and even more, let's pray for those lost sheep to come home so we can get out of here, because I know I really need to, and I believe it's quick and short. I had a lot of prophecy said to me in my life about things I would go through that I am going through now. And yeah, I got so many things I could tell you. I'm going to try to make some more videos, you guys. So let's leave it at that. God bless you all. Goodbye for now.